Good morning. It's Monday, November 10th. Here's what we're working on.
I'm Simone Gavros reporting live in Dundas. Several parts of southern Ontario saw the first snowfall this weekend. I'll be talking to drivers to see if they were prepared.
Hamilton is holding a community summit focused on tackling local safety issues.
Rodriguez is down again. Carducci comes out, but Rodriguez trips him.
And a new champion has been crowned in the Canadian Premier League. Good Monday morning, and look who's back!
Hey, to stay this time, not just for a one-day thing.
Yay. Did you bring the snow with you in your luggage?
I did not.
Stick around for a while?
Quite surprised. I will stick around.
I'm hiding today.
But didn't you warn people that this was coming? I'm sure you did.
Well, we knew something was coming. We just didn't know that it was going to be like winter already. Yeah, but at least we're not going to get as bad as what Quebec is going to get. Quebec's going to get slammed by this. They could get a foot of, 30 centimeters.
30 centimeters, yes.
Yes, exactly, in some areas of Quebec. But yeah, so we got off fairly lightly compared to that. But yeah, it's still winter. Temperature at the moment is sitting at -4 with a wind chill of -9. So it's a cold start to our morning air. We haven't had temperatures like this for a while. And we're not even going to climb to the plus side for the day today. We're going to hit -1, and that's it. And we'll still have a wind chill. This afternoon, it's going to feel like -8, and we are going to get it'll only be flurries. I mean, we're not looking at any more accumulation, just clouds and flurries for the day today. So the white stuff is with us. We have to dust off our winter driving skills. We've got slippery roads in a lot of areas this morning, particularly if you're driving in outlying areas. Those roads will be snow covered and slippery because the snow has been continuing lightly throughout the overnight hours. And as I said, flurries for the day today. So we'll talk about that coming up. Quick check on the roads, 403 Waterdown Road. Nothing to see there. Looks pretty good at the moment. Let's check some MTO traffic cameras. We'll start with our camera here at Nikola Tesla Boulevard. Toronto-bound lanes toward the Skyway Bridge heading away from us on that shot. Same here, top of the Skyway heading down toward North Shore. And really nothing going on at Bronte Road. We are collision-free as far as the Horseshoe is concerned. So hopefully it'll stay that way. We'll look at weather and traffic in detail coming up right now. The news.
All right, thank you, Brian. Several parts of southern Ontario saw their first snowfall yesterday, launching city crews into snow plowing mode and even affecting some flights. Simone Gavros joins us live in Dundas to see if people were prepared for the first snowfall. Simone.
Good morning, Rick. I know I was one of those people that was definitely not prepared. The snow definitely caught me off guard, as well as many other people. The drive in Hamilton was very slow yesterday, and even this morning, the roads are still slick. I will say that in the parking lot when I was back at the station, I slipped and fell. So please take it easy today, this morning, as you are heading out. But as of yesterday, the city of Hamilton posted around 4 p.m. that their city crews and their plows were hitting the road on the streets, focusing on those priority areas to make sure that the snow was cleared. Snow plows are still on the roads, cleaning up any snow that's been left over from the initial snowfall. But the conditions, like I was saying, on the roads were slick yesterday, and they remain slick today. This photo posted on Facebook shows 2 buses appear to be stuck in the near area around Upper Wentworth and Fennel, and police were on scene as well, blocking the area just to avoid any drivers from being around there. Now, Environment Canada issued a special weather statement and warned that we could see anywhere between 5 to 10 centimeters of snow, with the heaviest closer to the lake. OPP says that there were around 140 minor crashes yesterday as drivers got used to the snowy weather again. Sergeant Carrie Schmidt shares some reminders for drivers as temperatures hover around the freezing mark.
Make sure you brush your vehicle clear of snow and ice. When you do head out on the roads, put your full headlighting system on. And when you're driving, hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, your focus on the task of driving. Give yourself a little extra time. It may take you a little longer to get to where you're going. And when you're driving, give yourself a little more space behind the vehicle in front of you. That'll give you distance, and that gives you time to adjust your driving if you need to slow down, change lanes, or even stop.
And I'll be talking to people today here in Dundas to see if they were ready for this first snowfall and if there's any wait times when it comes to getting those snow tires on. For now, Annette, back over to you.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, the city of Hamilton is opening up a dialogue to get input on how to tackle safety issues. The Community Safety Summit starts at 8:30 this morning at Leuna Station. The event will include city officials, Hamilton police, community organizations, and residents, all talking about ways to create a safer city. They'll explore issues such as hate, gender-based violence, youth, and gun violence. Hamilton Mayor Andrea Horvath will be there as well. The summit runs until 3:30 this afternoon. Now, the event's registration deadline has passed, but you can still share your input at the website engage.hamilton.ca. They'll accept feedback until November 24th.
Donald Trump is helping those who supported his alleged plan to overturn the 2020 U.S. election results. A Justice Department spokesperson says the president has given full, complete, and unconditional pardons from federal charges to 77 people. That list of those pardoned includes Trump lawyers Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell, and Trump's former chief of staff Mark Meadows. The list also includes some of Trump's co-defendants charged for, quote, conduct relating to their efforts to expose voting fraud and vulnerabilities in the 2020 presidential election. Environment Minister Julie de Bruijn will lead Canada's delegation for the first week of the United Nations Climate Summit in Brazil. She's expected to take part at COP30 in discussions on climate adaptation, finance, and global progress toward emissions targets. Prime Minister Mark Carney will not attend as the government faces another confidence vote on the federal budget. Observers have questioned Canada's credibility on climate action because of continued support for oil and gas projects and uncertainty about meeting its 2030 and 2035 emissions goals.
Hamilton's Jewish Federation has launched this year's Holocaust Education Week with a screening of the film Among Neighbors. It's about a Polish town where Jews and Catholics lived together for centuries before neighbors turned against each other during the Second World War. The screening commemorated the 87th anniversary of Kristallnacht, a night of state-organized vandalism and arson against Jewish people in Germany. The event's considered the beginning of the end for German Jews, many of whom concluded that there was no longer a future for them in that country.
Today's event is the opening event of Holocaust Education Week. We're presenting many different events during the week and a little bit longer, but the idea is to educate people to not only about the Holocaust and the past, but the consequences. It's not only remembering the past. We're remembering the past to educate the future generations, but we're alive, we're a vibrant community, and I think it's important for people to understand that.
Events will be held for students this week. Hamilton City councillors and police officers will also be getting training on how to deal with anti-Semitism.
Longtime broadcaster Vic Cummings, go ahead.
Has passed away. He died at South Lake Regional Health Center in Newmarket. Born in Montreal in 1939, he built a remarkable career in TV, spending 8 years at the station here, where he began as a reporter and anchor. He later created and hosted a very popular program called Soapbox, earning him the affectionate nickname Mr. Soaps for his entertaining takes on daytime TV, especially with the young and the restless. He will be remembered for his humor, generosity, and warm ability to make everyone feel welcome. A really nice guy.
Sportsline, a new champion has been crowned in the Canadian Premier League, and what a final it was in the nation's capital. Check this out. The North Star Cup between Atletico Ottawa and Cavalry FC played in a snowstorm last night at TD Place. The grounds crew was kept busy making sure that snow along the touchline and the 18-yard box was cleared away, and even Ottawa goalie Nathan Ingham grabbed a shovel and helped out. Cavalry defender Fraser Aird opened the scoring in the 33rd minute when he placed a penalty kick into the bottom right corner. Celebrating visitors were met with a barrage of snowballs from Atletico fans, of course. The home side equalized just 6 minutes later when Ottawa midfielder Gabriel Antonaro lobbed a pass into the box that evaded the crowd through the snow, and David Rodriguez scored on an incredible bicycle kick. With the pitch blanketed by heavy snow, snow plows were brought in to clear the turf before the two teams went to extra time. And in extra time,
But Ottawa, they have been the aggressors in extra time. Rodriguez is down again. Carducci comes out.
Rodriguez scored his second goal of the match in the 106th minute as Atletico Ottawa beat defending champion Cavalry 2-1 to win the CPL title, their first in franchise history. And as CPL champs, Atletico will get to play for the 2026 CONCACAF Champions Cup, where they will take on the best clubs across North and Central America as well as the Caribbean.
Third attempt picked up by Ehlers. Drops it back to Miller. Moves it across. They score! Stankoven takes advantage of the Leafs turnover, and Carolina's back in the lane.
Logan Stankoven and Taylor Hall scored in the third period as Carolina rallied from a 4-2 deficit to beat the Maple Leafs 5-4. The Hurricanes outshot Toronto 47-20, including 22-2 in the third period, en route to winning their fourth game in a row. William Nylander scored twice for the Maple Leafs. John Tavares, Austin Matthews each had a goal and an assist, while Dennis Hildeby made 42 saves in the loss. Before puck drop last night, the Hockey Hall of Fame class of 2025 was honored. Zdeno Chara, Joe Thornton, Duncan Keith, Alex McGillney, Jennifer Botterill, and Brianna Decker will be enshrined in a ceremony tonight. What in the world happened to the Bills? Tua Tagovailoa threw 2 touchdowns, including a 38-yarder to Jalen Waddle, as the Dolphins blasted Buffalo 30-13. Miami running back Devon Achane gashed the Bills' run defense for 174 yards and 2 TDs, including this 59-yard score as the Dolphins stopped a 7-game losing streak against their division rivals. Buffalo fell to 6-3. They're 2 games behind AFC East leading New England after the Pats beat Tampa Bay 28-23. Well, a day after their heartbreaking loss, the Ticats met the media yesterday for one final debrief, and emotions are still running high.
It's hard dealing with, but life goes on. Time's the only constant that we get, and you just have to take the loss and learn from it.
Hamilton's season came to an end in the East Division Final on Saturday when the Cats lost 19-16 against the Alouettes. Montreal will face Saskatchewan in Sunday's Grey Cup in Winnipeg. And Brantford head coach Jay McKee tied the legendary Brian Kilrea for 4th fastest to 300 wins in the OHL as the Bulldogs beat Ottawa 4-3 in a shootout.
Time to get you into this Monday morning, the 10th of November, and it's a snowy start. We still have some light snow coming down right now. Not going to be seeing accumulations, but we'll talk about that for the day today. Day coming up. Let's focus on traffic. 403 and Waterdown Road. Nothing to see. Still moving nicely. No problems right there. We'll flip around some MTO traffic cameras. Start in St. Catharines, QEW and 405. Generally, volume is fairly light. Things are moving nicely. We have no problems as far as collisions are concerned in the Horseshoe. QEW at Fairview looks good all the way through the Ford plant. I mean, it's a little bit slow, and that's the way you have to take it because of those slippery roads. And they are slippery. They're pretty slick this morning. Even the major routes are fairly slick, so you got to be careful. Okay, dust off your winter driving skills. Once again, you're going to need them today, particularly if you're driving in outlying areas. Okay, let's see how we're starting out this Monday morning temperature-wise. Temperature sitting steady this hour like it was last hour at -4. The winds are north-northwest at 12, and that makes it feel like -9. So it's a chilly start to our Monday morning, and we do have some light snow flurry activity at the moment. So for school today, white stuff on the ground that are, gee, look at that. Yeah, we got to change everything now. Cloudy skies, we're going to get some flurries today, and we should climb to -1, but still we're going to have a wind chill of -8. Talking about dusting off your winter driving skills, remember it's going to take you an awful lot longer time to stop completely and a lot farther as well. So be careful. That's the distances with dry, wet snow and ice. Be really careful this morning. We are still getting some flurry activity. That's the blue. That's what we've had for the past 6 hours. We have a low pressure system moving away, but still going to get clouds. We're still going to get flurries for the day today, and that should, be some mixing for the day tomorrow for Remembrance Day. So today's forecast highs anywhere from 0 to -1 to 2. Some areas could see a little bit of sunshine later today. Tonight, back down to -1 and 0 Niagara. Hamilton, -5. Wind chill is going to be around -12, and then tomorrow we're looking at on the plus side, but we could get some mixing precipitation during the day tomorrow. Start off with some flurries and then maybe some showers later. So stepping out the door, 10th morning of November, we are looking at cloudy skies, some light snow, -4. wind chill -9. Long range coming up. And that, Rick.
Okay, thanks, Brian.
Coming up after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily Vukovic with a preview of what's to come in Chit Chat. And the Royal Canadian Legion continues to attract new members. We'll tell you more on why the trend is reversed in recent years. Stay with us. We say good morning to Emily Vukovic. Emily, what's coming up in Chit Chat?
I'm sorry, I can't get over the snow.
And Brian's in hiding right now.
I'm sorry. Okay, Grammy nominations have been announced, and there are some Canadians who have made the list.
Nice.
Classica Agatha Christie mystery is coming to Netflix, and it looks so good. And later on this morning, we are getting a preview of a new holiday rom-com musical that's coming to Toronto.
Ooh. Sounds interesting. Thanks, Emily. To business news we go. In overseas trading, the Canadian dollar is up a point to 71.35 cents U.S. Gold is up $82, while oil is following suit, up 61 cents, trading at $60.37 U.S. a barrel. In midday European trading, Frankfurt is leading the way, with London and Paris also posting gains this hour.
Asian markets were all up today with big gains for Tokyo and Hong Kong. And at the close of North American markets on Friday, the TSX gained 43 points, the Dow was up 75, and the Nasdaq was down by 50.
After years of decline, the number of members of the Royal Canadian Legion is up for the third year in a row. A spokesperson for the National Legion says the latest figures show 270,000 members across the country. That's up 20,000 from just a couple of years ago. The growth is partly due to people growing more aware that you no longer have to be a military veteran or have family members in the service to join the Legion.
Canadian wineries are seeing a surge in sales as U.S. wine imports plummet amid the ongoing trade war. U.S. wine sales in Canada dropped 91% in the second quarter of this year, creating a major opening for local producers in Ontario, BC, and Nova Scotia. Industry leaders say the shift has boosted the buy local movement, and it spurred wineries to expand production and distribution. Experts say Canada also has a chance to grow exports to Europe and Asia, with markets like China offering a strong potential for Canadian wine.
The head of Tesla's Cybertruck program is leaving the U.S. vehicle maker. Siddhant Awasthi departs after more than 8 years with the company. He started with Tesla as an intern before eventually leading the Cybertruck program from the engineering phase through large-scale production. Now, sales of the Cybertruck have faced challenges, with Tesla offering thousands of dollars in discounts on inventory vehicles in recent months. In addition to heading the Cybertruck initiative, he also took on leadership of Tesla's Model 3 program last July.
China has a new visa program that's meant to create job opportunities for foreign professionals. It's part of an effort to attract talent from around the world and gain an edge in global technology. It's called a K visa, and it targets skilled science and technology workers. Tighter U.S. immigration policies have made China relatively more appealing for some of those workers. However, language barriers, quality of life issues, and internet censorship remain big challenges. Analysts expect the K visa may help China attract more talented professionals from India and Southeast Asia.
All right, we're going to take a quick time out. Brian is going to be back with your traffic, and we hope a much better 7-day weather forecast. Stay with us.
He hopes too.
Yeah.
All right, 23 minutes after 6 o'clock on a snowy Monday morning, 10th of November. Looking at our MTO traffic cameras, we have no problems in the Horseshoe at the moment. Hamilton, Halton, Niagara, traffic is fine. 406 in St. Catharines. Well, it's getting busy, of course, and that's, going on 630. Skyway Bridge on the Burlington side toward North Shore is slowing down. Bronte's still moving nicely. Sheraton through Mississauga, even the 403 going through Burnhamthorpe is pretty slow. Across the top of Toronto on the 401, they have all kinds of collisions. So, yeah, the roads are slippery, even the major routes. So be really careful this morning. Let's check the temperatures that we have right now, starting off your Monday. -4. Then you factor in the wind that we have at the moment. It feels like -9. Same for Mississauga. -3 Grimsby. And for Toronto, yeah, okay, winter driving conditions back again. Those safety tips there. Be really careful on the roads, particularly the outlying areas and the suburbs, of course. Maybe they haven't been just got to yet. Sometimes for the day today, 7:06 and 5 o'clock. And those are our highs and lows as seasonal temperatures for this time of year and records. Yeah, we are going to see some flurries today. So flurries this morning, we should be -2 for the first spell. And that's the high for the day, -1. But we'll have a wind chill of -8 later on this afternoon. -5 overnight tonight. It is going to feel cold. We could feel like -12. And then tomorrow we'll climb to 3. We could get some mixing precipitation, particularly in the morning. But yeah, for Remembrance Day, it's going to be fairly cloudy. Cloudy showers, but the temperature gets milder. Yeah, the snow's not going to hang around long. 6 Wednesday, 6 Thursday, 4 Friday. We don't get a lot of sunshine until Sunday, when we finally see a little bit. Saturday will be cloudy. That's your forecast. Annette, Rick.
One of the most beloved television shows for generations of children and their parents is marking a big birthday today.
Sesame Street is 56. The public television show is the brainchild of PBS documentary producer Joan Cooney. She wanted to create a show for preschoolers that was both entertaining and educational. She also wanted to help underprivileged children get ready for kindergarten. So she hired Muppets creator Jim Henson to create a cast of characters for the show. And some of those icons, Big Bird, Cookie Monster, Elmo, Bert and Ernie, the Count,
yes,
still popular today. Since its debut in 1969, Sesame Street has reached viewers in 190 countries. Oh, there's Grover too,
legends.
Near and far.
Yeah.
Always remember that lesson.
Yeah. Do you think today's number of the day will be 56?
Maybe.
Might be.
56 cream pies.
There you go. Or 56 cookies for Cookie Monster. He would certainly love that. Stay with us. More to come after the break here on Morning Live. Good morning.
Yeah.